Dear friends, the video clip you are about to watch is truly remarkable. It shows a well-respected scholar, an esteemed religious teacher, reciting the Holy Quran. During his recitation, he notices something unusual. A mentally challenged man sitting at a distance is staring at him intently. As the recitation continues, this man rises and starts walking towards the scholar. Immediately, the security cameras attempt to stop him, concerned that he might pose a threat to the scholar. However, the scholar, instead of being alarmed, shows kindness and compassion. He welcomes the man with open arms, inviting him to sit by his side as he continues his recitation of the Quran. Friends, this person you see in the video may appear to be older, but in reality, he is not very old. His age may be young, but his circumstances, his mental challenges, and the hardships he has faced in life have left their mark on him. The scholar, seeing him in need of affection and compassion, allowed him to sit beside him and resumed his recitation. Take a moment to watch this video again and reflect on how it makes you feel. I'm sure it will stir something deep within you. Watching this video reminds us, my friends, of something very profound. It shows us the essence of closeness to Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth. This incident is a beautiful example of how true servants of Allah, those who care for others, are the ones who are closest to Allah's mercy. These are the people who understand that helping others is one of the greatest acts of worship. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "The best among you are those who are most beneficial to others." This simple act of kindness by the scholar is a shining example of how we should treat those around us, particularly the weak, the vulnerable, and those less fortunate. Islam teaches us to show mercy and compassion towards everyone, especially those who are in need. Allah, SWT, says in the Quran, "And we have certainly created man in the best of stature." Surah At-Tin, 95:4. Every human being is a creation of Allah, and no one is less valuable in His eyes, regardless of their physical or mental state. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a mercy to the world, and as his followers, we are called to embody that mercy in our everyday lives. In the books of Sirah, biography of the Prophet, we find stories that echo this message. One such story tells of a disbeliever who, in the face of a challenge, clenched his fist and said to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, "If you can tell me what is in this fist, I will believe in you." The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, replied, "If it speaks, then you will know." To the astonishment of all present, the stones in his hand began to utter the words of the Shahada, declaring their faith in Allah and His Messenger. This was a miraculous event, a sign of the power of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Another example of such miracles is the splitting of the moon, an event witnessed by the people of Makkah. On a clear night, the moon split in two as a sign of the Prophet's truthfulness. Despite seeing this miracle, the disbelievers remained defiant, declaring that it was the work of magic, and did not accept the Prophet's message. One night, some of the leaders of Makkah gathered together and said to the Prophet, peace be upon him, "We are ready to believe in you, but only if you can make the moon split into two pieces as a sign of your truth." The Prophet, peace be upon him, guided by Allah, pointed towards the moon. Miraculously, the moon split in two, with each part visible on either side of the sky. The disbelievers, seeing this miraculous sign, looked at each other in disbelief. But they did not accept the message, as their hearts were sealed. Instead, they began saying, "We have seen many magicians, but never one whose magic could affect the sky." They refused to believe in the Prophet, peace be upon him, despite witnessing this extraordinary event. This was not the only time that disbelievers demanded miracles from the Prophet, peace be upon him. They would frequently ask for more signs to prove his prophethood. Among their many demands were, they wanted Allah Himself to appear before them and testify to the truth of the Prophet's message, or they wanted the angels to come down and bear witness to His mission. Some even asked for gardens of grapes and dates to be created for the Prophet in Mecca, as a sign of his special status. They asked for a river to flow through the city as a sign of divine favor. In the Quran, we find verses addressing such demands, showing how the Prophet, peace be upon him, responded with patience and wisdom. Allah mentions that no matter what miracles were presented, those whose hearts were sealed would not believe. The Quran states that even if a miracle were to come from the sky, they would still find ways to reject it. This is a reminder that faith is not just about witnessing miracles, but about the sincerity of one's heart. Despite the many miracles shown to them, the disbelievers of Makkah continued to make demands. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, granted the Prophet, peace be upon him, these signs as a way to show that Islam is the true faith, and the message of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was authentic. Dear brothers and sisters, this video is not just a story, it is a lesson for all of us. It reminds us that our hearts must remain soft, full of compassion and love for others, especially the weak and vulnerable. Just as the scholars showed mercy and kindness to the mentally challenged man, we are reminded that no act of kindness is too small. When we help others, we draw closer to Allah's mercy. In a world where negativity and division often take center stage, we, as Muslims, have an immense responsibility to be beacons of light and compassion. By sharing this video, you can inspire others to embody these values in their own lives. Whether it's by showing kindness to someone in need, or simply by offering a smile to those who are struggling. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The one who shows the way to something good has the same reward as the one who does it." Sahih Muslim. By sharing this video, you are spreading goodness and planting seeds of empathy and mercy in the hearts of others. Who knows? Perhaps your one act of sharing could inspire someone to make a positive change in their life, or even lead them to embrace Islam. Islam teaches us that even the smallest of good deeds, when done with sincerity, are highly valued by Allah SWT. So don't hesitate. Share this video with your family, friends, and on your social media platforms. Let's spread the message of love, kindness, and mercy as taught by our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. By sharing, you may be part of a bigger ripple of change, one that brings people closer to the truth and to the teachings of Islam. Let's join hands in spreading goodness, and may Allah reward each of you for every effort made in His cause.